Hello there. This is Chef Rick. And so the question becomes, how can you cook for yourself? How can you get the meal done fairly quickly so you move on? Nobody wants to take an hour and a half to cook dinner, for crying out loud. And so last time I showed you how to use petite-sized frozen peas as your dinner. With a lot of butter on it, a lot of sour cream, a lot of salt, and of course, the Sutter Home Chardonnay to go with it. Well, my viewers wrote to me and they said, Rick, you know what? We're worried about you because you need protein. We're going to add Hamburger, real ground beef, so that you can have a little bit of protein in your dinner for tonight. So the first thing I do is, of course, open a bottle of wine. My idea here, of course, is to enjoy cooking dinner as much as eating dinner. Now, as we talked about last time, my friends who know a lot about cooking and eating, wine drinking, they're very concerned about pairing. You know, how do you pair the right kind of wine with your meal? And as we discovered last time, the right kind of wine that you want to pair with your petite-sized frozen peas, of course, is Sutter Home Chardonnay. Now, tonight, because we're going to be having a burger, you know, hamburger, beef, protein, we have a different pairing to be concerned about. We're going to pair, again, a Sutter Home Merlot. Now, this is perfect for your beef, your heavy protein. It also goes well with the peas. So we're going to have our Merlot not only with our dinner, but we're also going to have it as we're fixing our dinner. Now, my friends that are so interested in wine, one of the things they like to do is you know, they like to let it breathe. So they have this special decanter here to let it breathe. So we're going to do that tonight because we want to be pretty fancy. Now, one of the beauties of our Sutter Home, of course, is that it has a screw top on it. So we don't have to screw around with corks, right? Makes life a lot easier. So here we go. This is our Merlot, and of course we're going to put it through this little filter thing as it goes into our decanter. So here we are. Hang on. Beautiful. There is our Merlot, our Sutter Home Merlot, about $1.25 a bottle, and so that's all set. So we'll let that thing breathe a little bit, not too long, because you know we want to get cooking dinner pretty soon. So I'm going to take out this fancy schmancy, whatever this is, this filter thing, and we're going to let our Merlot kind of seep a little bit, breathe, you know. Well, I think that's long enough for breathing. So now that our Merlot has had a chance to breathe, whatever that means, I can sort of imagine it going, breathing. Let's pour it in our wine glass. There it is, beautiful. Beautiful, nice red wine's going to get us through the meal, going to get us through the cooking of the meal. And you know, people think that Sutter Home, because it's inexpensive, isn't a very good wine. And au contraire, actually it's quite good. For example, Sutter Home has a good nose. You know, these wine guys, when they're going to smell wine, they don't just go like this. They put the nose right in the glass, so it's got to go really in there. Got to make it deep. Great. Then what we've got to see is what kind of legs does it have. Now this is something where you swirl it around and you watch how it sort of dribbles down the side of the glass. Now this has almost no legs at all. However, the other thing that you often don't hear people talk about with wine that I think is overlooked is what kind of ear does it have. Sounds kind of like a seashell, you know, but it's got a good ear. So I think we're ready to go with our Sutter Home Merlot as we get ready to cook our meal. Now, since I've got some preparation to do with my hamburger, I'm going to put the peas in the water let them start very slowly over here while I'm working the hamburger part. So I have my water ready to go for my peas right here. Now, I bring over my frozen peas. It's very simple, folks. This is not hard to do. This is why it's so easy, especially when you're cooking by yourself and your partner's not with you. So you pour the peas in there. Very simple. Put the cover on the peas, and we'll let these peas just sit there for a while and kind of slowly warm up as we're working on the important part of the meal, which of course is the burger. And you know, the burger by itself isn't much, so we're going to have to add some onions to it too. So now we have our burger here ready to go. Ah, well, that's a little bit, no, that's not enough. So let's try it again. There we go. Now we've got our hamburger. We'll get rid of these other pieces. Hey, we don't need these other pieces. This is the piece we're going to work on right here. Yep, there's our burger. I don't know, you know, people sort of mush these things. It's very messy. You may have noticed on your hands, you know, it gets all gooey. And I sort of like to, you know, have fun with it and throw it on the chopping board a little bit. Boom! There we go. This is great. Now, so we've got our burger sort of partly ready to go here. Stick it over on the side for the time being. Now, we have to take care of the onion part of this. You know, I think that the onion is one of the most important parts of having a burger. You almost can't have too much onion. If you want to know a lot about onions, I recommend a show on YouTube you can get called Chef Buck. Chef Buck is a real pro, and he'll let you know about onions. He calls them onions. But anyway, he recommends these yellow onions because they go so well with a lot of food. They have sugar in it and all that. Ready? Here we go with the onion. Hey! Ha! Clean, huh? How about that? Woo! There we go. Oh, this onion has a little bit of dirt in the bottom. Well, I gotta get rid of that. Boom! There we go. That's it. Oh man, I think it's time for another drink. You know, I think that cooking gets so much more fun if you're lubricated as you're doing it. You know? I mean, it's going to be a little while before the evening news comes on, before Rachel comes on, and so I need to entertain myself. So I'm cooking, having fun, and drinking. And pretty soon I'm going to be into my second bottle of Sutter Home Merlot, you know? You know, life is hard sometimes, and you just, you know, I mean, what's wrong with having a little nip now and then, you know? Even though they say that red wine is good for your heart, that's the way I look at it. And plus, if you're alone at night and you just don't have anybody to talk to, and you know, you just got to have a little drink to kind of, you know, take some of the edge off, don't you think? I'm sorry. I'm just getting a little bit ahead of myself here, but you know, the wine does that for me. So anyway, let's get back to our cutting of our onions. Here we go. I hope I don't start crying when I'm chopping up the onion, you know. Chef Buck has an idea. He says you put a plastic bag over your head and then the fumes don't get you from the onion. Of course, you don't get any oxygen either. So anyway, let's start taking this onion apart. You know, boom, 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 boom. Then they jump all over the place. Isn't that great? So while you're waiting for the evening news and getting your hamburger, you can have some sort of fun here demolishing an onion. Woo! Yeah, there we go. All right. Now, once you have your onion all chopped up, the next thing you have to do is somehow blend the onion into the burger. Now this is not easy. Here we go. What we do is, I don't know how you do it. What I do is just, you know, kind of just mush it all together like this. Yep. There we go. Just mush it all together. So we're kind of going to work our onion here. Yep, yep. There we go. This is great. Doesn't that look good? That's really, you know, a professional burger. I mean, that's looking really good. So anyway, we've got our burger going here, and here's my second glass of Merlot, and you know, I don't know. I just think it's more damn. Oh my God! Look at this. Oh. my wine. Damn. Well, all right. I guess I'll have to get another bottle of Merlot. So here we go. This again is our Sutter home. Can't beat it. Really, really good. You can't beat the price anyway. That's one good thing about it. But so we're ready now to go for our next bottle of Merlot, and I think we're ready to put our burger on the stove. Let's see how our peas are doing. I guess I wasn't paying much attention to them. They seem to be overflowing. Goddamn peas, look at this. Oh, the pot's really boiling. Okay, well, all right, I guess our peas are probably good enough. Let's turn them off. Okay, so there goes the peas. Now let's get back to the burger. There we go. All right, burger, you're on. There you go. You just cook in there. Come on, let's get that baby going. Snooze is coming on pretty soon. And if I'm going to get any protein, I better get this thing cooking. All right, we'll put the lid on. Now, let's decide about some seasoning. Now, I don't know what kind of seasoning to use, you know, I mean salt, what beyond is that? Well, there is this garlic salt, which I like the garlic salt a lot. So let's put a little garlic salt on there. All right, there's a little garlic salt. Woo! Boy, that stuff's good stuff. All right, so much for the garlic salt. I'll put it over there. Woo! There we go, beautiful. Look at that baby. You know, you're probably thinking, my God, Rick, where did you learn all these fancy techniques? I didn't go to any French cooking school. I just picked them up along the way. I know it's hard to believe, but look what the dinner is really looking good. Man, these peas are ready to go. Stick them on there a little bit like that. Well, what do you have on your burger? You almost can't have too much shit on the burger. I mean, I put anything on it. Now here's a little ketchup. That's good for a burger. I love to put a little mustard on there. We'll just mix it all up together. Yep, that's good. But the thing that I really like on the burger, on the peas, you name it, is mayonnaise. Can't have enough mayonnaise. In fact, I went onto the internet the other day and I looked up what's good about mayonnaise. And the internet says mayonnaise isn't that bad for you. The only problem with it is the calories. Screw the calories. So we're going to have some mayonnaise on our burger and our peas. Woo-wee! Little mayo. Oh, man, it doesn't get any better than this. It's just about time for Rachel Maddow, so let's go over and get our table set up. Oh boy, the dinner's ready. I already had a couple glasses of wine to get it started, and Rachel is on the news, so woo-hoo-hoo! I'm ready to sit down, enjoy an hour of depressing news. Love Rachel. And my food is going to be great tonight. My burger, my peas, and my Sutter home Merlot. What could possibly go wrong? So, until next time, this is Chef Rick saying, bon appetit! My dinner's over. It was delicious. Rachel is going along. I'm having a great time. But I want to remind you that if you're a fan of Chef Rick and you're concerned about my dietary needs, write me an email and let me know what it is you'd like me to do a program on. Now that we've covered frozen peas and burgers, there's lots of other things we could look at. Let me know what you'd like to hear. I'll deliver.